Hello, my name is Minzy, and this is my granddad's tie. And happy Victory Day for the people of Bangladesh, and happy victory for Bangladesh in a T20 match against West Indies, where I think West Indies were on a 7 game unbeaten run in Bangladesh against Bangladesh in the T20 format. They were on a 7 game unbeaten run. And on the day and then the anniversary of Victory Day, did Bangladesh pull off a historic win. Like there's T20, it always does this. It's with limited overs. It's always goes one way or the other. It's a roller coaster. You think one team has won it, and then they haven't, and the other team have pulled it out of the bag when they really sort of lost the game. It really was going to and fro. You couldn't actually tell who was going to win it. It was one of the best T20 games I think I've ever seen. And if we go on to lose the series, and fair play, I think they should look into this game and go, you know what? When it mattered the most, we pulled it out the bag. We got away with it. We won the game. All right, and I hope they take some confidence from this, because boy, oh boy, was it something to behold. Let's start with the batting again. Top order collapses have been harassing us. Sorry. Seeing Bangladesh 30 for 3 after 6 overs, I really was fearing the worst, thinking it's going to be a paltry score. That I thought West Indies were going to skittle us out before the 20th over at 30 for 3. Not a good power play score. To get have a run rate of 5 in the power play is not good, and you've lost 3 wickets. It really isn't looking good. But then I saw bravery, really. I saw bravery, especially from Sarkar, who got 43 for his endeavours. He was brave. He carried on where he left off from the Global Super League, where he scored, was it 80 runs in that final? He carried on and got himself a solid 43. I'm a bit disappointed he got out the way he did, but, he got there in the end. 43 runs, a solid sort of foundation, if you like, from one of our top order batsmen. And then the other top order is a bit of a sorry state of affairs from Tanzid Hassan, went out for 6, and Little Das carrying on his poor run of form by scoring another fucking duck. I said my piece about Little Das. I said he needs a break, but unfortunately he can't take a break in this series because he's the captain. So I can only hope that in the second and third ODI he somehow pulls it out of the bag, but I'm already foreseeing either a duck or a single digit score of some value from Little Das, unfortunately. It's one of those, when you're not in the form, you're just not in the form. You're just not in the game, mate. Like I said, you need to take some time off, but that's enough of me on Little Das's woes. And then, like I said, Sarkar and Zakir Ali with 43 and 27 for the fourth wicket partnership. It helped steady things a slight bit. And then we lost, I think, a couple of back-to-back wickets, which didn't help our cause. And then towards the end of it, from I think Mahdi Hassan and Samim Hussain, who were very brave at the end, who were twonking sixes left, right, and centre, got us to a score of 147. And I went, I'm not so sure about this score, because I wouldn't dismiss it, but I wouldn't say it's a score that could win us the game. But I think from where we were at 30 for 3 to get to 147, all right, for 6 wickets lost, I think was a good score. I thought it was a good score, but I would have preferred it if we'd scored 150, of course. But it's West Indies. They love the T20. They love smacking things out the stadium and onto the airport runway of Arnos Vale. That's why I wasn't too confident. And then came our bowling. Where was this bowling in the ODI series? I have to admit, where was this bowling in the ODI series? Because it came alive in this first T20 game. We reduced them for 2 off the second over. But the time it came to the seventh over, where Mahdi Hassan had career best figures of 4 for 13. That's his career best figures. He was man of the match and deserved it. He reduced them to 7 on 467. Thought the game was in the bag. But like I said, West Indies, they love playing this format. And Powell, who was sensational in the field, he dismissed Jacare Ali off the ropes. He thought he hit a 6, and then Rothman Powell, they're on the boundary ropes, pulled the ball out of the air. His momentum was going to take him over the boundary ropes. So if he'd gone over the boundary ropes with the ball in his hand still, it will count as a 6 for Bangladesh. But, he got the ball. Like I said, his momentum was taking him over the boundary rope. So he tossed the ball up in the air. And whilst the ball was in the air, Ruffin Powell stepped over the boundary ropes. He then stepped back inside to the boundary rope, make sure none of his feet were touching the ropes, and then caught the ball. It was a sensational piece of wicket taking. Of course, all top cricket nations, they practice this day in, day out, because catches win matches. And West Indies dropped 2 catches. And I think that was the difference in the end, because Bangladesh didn't drop any catches. They actually held on to their catches, even the difficult one. I remember Little Das caught a blinder from Mahdi Hassan. It was really quick and right at him. He was right close to the stumps. So for him to catch that the way he did, it was fantastic. Well done to him. All right, he mucked it up with the bat, but he certainly got it right with the wicket behind the stumps as a wicket keeper. Brilliant catching. Got some stumpings. He got 2 wickets as well. He caught 2. He caught some catches as well behind the stumps from the fast bowler. I think it was from Tanzil Hassan and then Hassan Mahmood. In fact, he got 3, twice of Hassan Mahmood and 1 of Tanzil Hassan. So well done to Little Das for making it up in the field. And I think his captaincy decision for the last 3 overs for 18, 19 and 20 were absolutely spot on. Because like I said, at 7 for 61, Bangladesh should have won this. But Powell, who had a sensational time on the field, came to the party. He was blitzkrieging it. And he got them to a stage where they should have really won it, really. He put on 60 solid runs, and with Romero Shapad made 61 for 7, and they put on a 67-run partnership. It was looking good for them. I think it was, what was it? Wasn't it 24 or 20 runs needed? Like that in a T20 game, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. And then came Sumya Sarkar in the 18th over. What a over. He was the one who broke that partnership with Shepherd finding Jacare Ali a deep mid-wicket straight down his throat. That broke the partnership. And then again, and that's called it right for the 19th over. He put Tanzil Hassan on, and he conceded 8 runs for the 19th over. In terms of a T20, that's as good as you can possibly get. Obviously, you can get better than that, but to concede only 8 runs in the 19th over, I say only 8 runs, but 8 runs is actually quite a good defensive rear guard there. And the 20th over to Hassan Mahmood, take a bow. Bro, you got the biggest balls in Bangladesh, man. The way how you kept playing wide Yorkers to Rothman Powell was brave, because if he had connected on it, it was a 6. You did it twice. The first he swung and he missed, and the second time, well, before he got to that stage, it was Aljari Joseph on the other end of the final over. So he did the right thing, pushed it for a single, got Powell on strike. Let me go back a bit. So for the final over, West Indies needed 10 runs of 6 balls to win it. All right. The tail ender, Aljari Joseph was on the other end. He did the right thing, like I said. Pushed it for a single, got the inform, Powell in. So then it became 9 or 5. And at this point, you're still backing West Indies with the inform Powell in. And like I said, Hassan Mahmood was brave. 2 wide Yorkers. The first one, swing and a miss. So then it became 9 or 4. But still it was West Indies game, you felt, with Powell at the crease. And then another wide Yorker. And Powell did connect, but it wasn't the best connections. In fact, it was the worst connection he could have hoped for, an outside edge. And Das, who positioned himself wide or stump, took a comfortable catch And that was what destroyed West Indies in the end. They suddenly turned a probable unlikely win to suddenly Bangladesh in the driving seat. One more wicket to get. So 9 off 4 became 9 off 3. Still doable. West Indies tailenders can still hit a bloody cricket ball. Then, what was it? It became 9 off 2, wasn't it? A swing and a miss. And then, boom, killer blow. On to the... No, there wasn't a swing and a miss. He got him out the next... He got the last man out on the last ball as well, I think. I'm sure he... No. I tell a lie. The next one he conceded was a leg by that put Aljari Joseph back on strike. So then it became 8 off 2. And then the killer blow was when he struck timber. And Bangladesh won by 7 runs. It was a sensational game. It really was. It's up there. It's obviously not as dramatic as all the other T20 games that have gone on by, with, I think, the 2 best T20 games that I've personally seen. And unfortunately, it involves going against Bangladesh. We're both against India in the T20 World Cup of 2016, when Bangladesh somehow bottled 2 runs of 3 balls and lost against India. And then against India in the Nidahas Trophy, Dinesh Karthik needed to score 5 runs off the last ball against a part-timer in Sarkar, and he pummeled it for a bloody flat 6. It's the most popular cricket video of all time. Those 2 matches, especially that Nidahas Trophy final. So at least as a Bangladeshi, I can say we've produced 2 of the best T20 games, albeit against us. But hey, this was up there with one of them. And thankfully, on Victories Day itself, Bangladesh have gone 1 up in the T20 series against West Indies. Can we do the revenge and get a 3-0 series sweep? Probably not. We probably might lose the next 2. Next game is tomorrow. Let's see what happens then. Until then, congratulations, Bangladesh. Love the little singing in the changing rooms. I thought that was class. And sing away. Enjoy this night, because you made a lot of Bangladeshis happy back home. Until then, see you on Wednesday. Ta-da and good night. Fucking hell, I've lost a lung.